Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Tim. I bring you villages related content, and in today's video, I'm going to update you about the future of the villages. But first, I want to explain what the villages is. It is a 55 plus community located in central Florida. It's the safest community in the state of Florida. It's also the fastest growing metropolitan community in the nation. If you see any homes that you're interested on my video today, you will need to contact a village's sales associate. I'll bring you the contact information a little bit later in the video. What you see in front of you is the villages.com website. It shows all the new homes available for sale. It also shows the new pending homes as well as lots of land that are for sale. And I'm basing this video on a recent YouTube video that the Villages released about a new neighborhood located in the village of Oak Hollow that you can purchase land. And I wanted to show you the new neighborhood. I wanted to bring you the bond information. This is the neighborhood that the Villages recently released a YouTube video on. This is in the village of Oak Hollow, and they are marketing it as a very upscale neighborhood located near Central Lake, located within 1 mile of the Eastport Town Square. And for those new to the channel, a town square is where nightly entertainment occurs, live music, shopping, and retail. And your home will hold more value if you purchase a home within a 10-minute golf cart ride of a town square. Let's take a look at this brand new designer home neighborhood located in the village of Oak Hollow. This is unit number 194, and I wanted to bring you the bond information on unit 194, and then I'm going to talk about this green spot that is not yet on the map and not outlined yet, and I'll give you the bond information about that area, as well as this green patch here that is not yet outlined on the map. I want to update you on that as well. Let's take a look at unit 194, which is part of the video that the Villages recently released. Let's look at the bond. Unit 194 in the village of Oak Hollow, 4.72% interest, 52,773 and some change. Annual payment, $3,491 and some change. And for those new to the channel, the bond is infrastructure costs that the developer passes on to the home buyer. It allows that home buyer to pay it off all at once or over 30 years' time. And this infrastructure cost is typically rolled into the land price. If you purchase land in other regions of the country, the developers generally will roll this in as part of the lot price. This developer chooses to parse it out. If you do pay this off over time, there is an interest rate, there are administration fees that you will need to pay as well. Let's go back and look at the map. They indicate on the video that this neighborhood is located within 1 mile of the Eastport Town Square. They also indicate that this is going to be a recreation center, this dark green patch right here. So this is going to be a prime location, and that's kind of what the gist of the video is. This area here along Central Lake is going to be an awesome place, a very desirable location to be. And I did speak with a sales associate probably about 8 or 10 months ago, and he indicated to me that this is going to be marketed as an upscale neighborhood. You can put a designer home on these lots. And a lot of these lots will be large enough that you could put a premier home on it as well. And some people thought that this area was going to be a dedicated premier home neighborhood. I think the Villages is going away from that concept. They're building these neighborhoods in desirable locations with large lots. And a lot of these lots will be large enough that you can put a premier home on. So this is going to be a desirable neighborhood. I did bring you information about this neighborhood here. This is in the village of LaGrange. They recently opened up lots of land for sale here. This is desirable. You have a lot of golf courses. You're going to have rec centers. You're going to have this brand new rec center here. You're going to have the Blanchard Rec Center located here. They do have pickleball courts and tennis courts. You're also going to have the Woodlands Golf Club here as well. And I did look at the video the village is released, and they do indicate there's going to be a restaurant in that Woodlands Golf Club. And here's the Blanchard Rec Center. I think this is going to be a family swimming pool. So this is going to be an awesome location to live in here. This is your Oak Hollow Postal and Recreation Center. Lots of amenities are going to be located very near this brand new neighborhood. Let's go ahead and talk about this green patch here. This is in the village of Oak Hollow. And based on a recent map that I received, there are actually going to be 3 different neighborhoods placed into this green area. The first neighborhood that I want to talk about are going to be the Mark Villas. They are going to be located on the northern part of this patch, and I believe these are going to be patio villas. They're going to be Unit 191V, and let's take a look at the bond for Unit 191V, the Mark Villas. $27,039, and if you watch my channel, you can be reasonably assured that a $27,000 bond balance will be a patio villa neighborhood. So they're going to have a patio villa neighborhood on the north side of this green patch. I also have a map that indicates the center section of this green patch are going to be cottage villa homes. And for those new to the channel, a cottage villa home will have walls surrounding it. You'll have privacy fences, and a cottage home is a little bit larger than a patio villa. You're going to have 1,200, 1,300, up to 1,500 square foot homes. Very desirable, and they're very affordable homes with spacious lots. And then this green patch to the south is going to be the Oak Hollow Veranda Homes South neighborhood, according to the recent map that I received. So you're going to have 3 new neighborhoods here. You have this brand new designer home neighborhood located adjacent to Central Lake with views of the lake, and they are marketing these as upscale lots. Then you're going to have this green patch in the middle. This is going to be in the village of LaGrange. This is going to be Unit 197. And I wanted to bring you the bond information of Unit 197 as well. This is the bond, Unit 197, 4.72% interest, bond amount $49,510 and some change, and your annual payment $3,275 and some change. And for those new to the channel, this bond payment will be on your Sumter County tax bill that you pay at the end of the year. Usually in November is when those tax bills are due. And you submit the payment to Sumter County. They will forward that payment on to the villages as a pass-through payment. Let's continue our tour of the villages. I did bring you this area here. These are new lots of land located in the village of LaGrange. You can purchase any one of these lots. I did describe these neighborhoods as well in LaGrange. I do think that this area on the village's map is going to be one of the most desirable areas. I wanted to speak a little bit about the new areas that nobody really is talking about east of Bexley Trail. And I wanted to show you the map and explain that this northern section between the Florida Turnpike and Central Parkway, that is going to be a new village, and that village is going to be called Green Grove Hill. This is going to be the village of Green Grove Hill. And then you're going to have new villages off to the east of Bexley Trail, located south of Central Parkway as well. And those new neighborhoods are going to be the village of Sandy Hill. You're going to have the village of Farmstead that kind of runs adjacent to Bexley Trail. And then you're going to have a village called Merritt Field located just east of the village of Farmstead. Off to the right, you're going to see a village called Bradshaw Hill. And you can see where the Florida Turnpike is. And I think these are all going to be very desirable neighborhoods. And my recommendation would be, if you're interested, and there was a subscriber that asked me what neighborhoods are going to be available for sale by May of next year. And I wanted to answer that question as well. Let's take a look at what neighborhoods might be available for sale by May of next year. It depends on what kind of homes you're looking for, but I certainly think that this neighborhood that I just described, you'll have patio villas here, you'll have cottage villas, and you're going to have veranda homes down here. I think those could be possibly available for sale. I think this green patch I brought you earlier, that is going to be the LaGrange Veranda Homes West neighborhood. I think that might be available for sale by May. You certainly are going to have designer homes here in the village of Oak Hollow might be available for sale. These designer homes in here might be available for sale as well. And I think by May of next year, all these neighborhoods you should have an opportunity to buy into. And I believe that these are going to be patio villas. These are going to be cottage homes or cottage villas. And then I brought you the Kyle villas. I think up in here are going to be courtyard villas. Those might be available by May of next year. And then I'm thinking this is going to be a veranda home neighborhood in here. It's also possible that some of these Edenfield neighborhoods might be available by May of next year. I believe that these are going to be the Edenfield Veranda Homes West in the center. This green patch, I believe, are going to be cottage homes. So it depends. And I think there are going to be two patio villa neighborhoods located in this area. The Jefferson Villas and the Stacy Villas are going to be located here. And then you have the Edenfield Veranda Homes North neighborhood located up here. You're going to have patio villas in this neighborhood, the Olivia Villas. And then you're going to have, I think, a courtyard villa neighborhood here. So I think you're going to have a lot of opportunity in those areas by May of next year. But I think the probability is that this neighborhood here, the Market Villas, are going to be available. I think the Cottage Villas are going to be available. I also think maybe the LaGrange Veranda West neighborhood and maybe some of these LaGrange neighborhoods might be available by May of next year. Let me know your thoughts, what you think. That is your video today. That is your video of the future of the villages. I wish you good luck for whatever home you want or whatever neighborhood that you choose to purchase into. Just remember, the villages is still a very desirable place to live. It's very low cost in terms of the amenities that you receive. And I think it's one of the best, if not the best, 55 plus communities that you can live in for a variety of reasons. They have excellent stormwater management. When you do get tropical storms or hurricanes, the likelihood of flooding in the villages is very low. That is one of the primary reasons that I purchased my home in the Villages, Florida. The other reason is that the amenities you receive are still low cost compared to some of the other 55 plus communities in Central Florida. That's your video for today. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Feel free to share this video with anybody who feels interested in this content. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everyone, and happy Sunday.